and somehow your face was all I could see. A fire rose from the hurt inside. You are the reason I couldn't hide. You lived without even saying goodbye. No promise, no reason, not even a try. You once said I'll always stay, but your silence just pushed me away. I never hurt you, never walked away. I stood by you day after day. So why'd you turn and let me fall when I gave you every part of it all? Now I'm left with memories and pain, with kisses that won't come back again. My heart keeps crying out to you. Come back or tell me we're through. Come back or tell me we're through.
Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. It's Steve Callaway here, Steve Callaway 1 on YouTube, and we are here with Angelina Jordan, the best singer ever. Wow. Okay, and we're here to listen to the 12th and final song, Tears Become My Endless Sea. And I've been reacting to all the songs as per Angelina's request that we do something, make a video, whatever. So I'm making a video and I'm reacting and I'm telling you how I feel. All that stuff, all in one video. It's one-stop shopping here today at the Steve Callaway Show. And this one is, well, why don't I play it and then we'll listen to my reaction. Okay, the song started. I'm going to back it up just a little bit because I don't want to interrupt the song only when I have to. And I don't really know if I have to right now. But there's a picture. There's pictures of Angelina throughout the video, blown up like this, when she was this age and when she was younger. The younger one is when her grandfather passed away and she sang with Ivan. And this one was when Lisa Marie Presley passed away. And she was sad. I was trying to think of some other ones where she cried, and there aren't too many. There's a few, but decided to use these. And so, just so you know why she's sad, and maybe you've seen these all before, and it doesn't matter. But I just thought you might like to know. So you'll see the picture changing from time to time. Let's go ahead. Let me back up, make sure I get all the music in here. Okay, let's go. Sea, and somehow your face was all I could see. A fire rose This is obviously my tears turned into an endless sea, which means you cried a lot. And somehow your face is all I can see, and you really miss the person that's gone. And a fire rose from the hurt inside. You were the reason I couldn't hide. So there's the fire to me is the burning feeling that you have when somebody's that you're used to having around isn't there anymore, whether it be a relative or a boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever, or just a friend even. They're all of a sudden they're gone. And I think that, we all know that feeling in the pit of the stomach, right? So, yeah, and Angelina, poor Angelina's crying. I'm going to cry too. I'm going to add to the sea of tears. Let's see if we can get the water level to rise in the ocean. Let's go.
And you left without even saying goodbye. No promise, no reason, not even a try.
Isn't that the worst? You left without even saying goodbye. Boom, gone. Poof, like magic, right? And no promise, no reason, not even a try. It seems like whatever time you spent with the person seems like didn't mean anything to them. It means a lot to you, but it didn't mean anything to them because you're able to just walk away, never say nothing, never, no goodbye. Hey, well, that is the worst. Okay, I don't know. Maybe if you have, I suppose there's some worse things, but I can't think of one right now. Let's go ahead and move on.
You once said I'll always stay, but your silence just pushed me away.
Okay, well, this one, you once said I'll always stay. I think those are promises you make when you're with somebody. This leads me to believe this is more like a relationship type of poem rather than a family, somebody passed away in the family. Family doesn't have to say they'll always be there because it's expected that they'll always be there to a certain degree. And I'm not sure that's something that is a promise shared with other people. It might be, though. It could be. But your silence just pushed me away. Yeah, sometimes you make a promise or you indicate to someone that something's going to happen. In this case, it's not going to. You're always going to be there, right? I'll always stay. And then, for whatever reason, things fizzle out. Could be a lot of reasons. I'm not going to speculate, but let's go ahead and move along.
I never hurt you, never walked away. I stood by you day after day.
Oh, I never hurt you, never walked away. I think in every relationship that ends abruptly or ends period, one person feels this way. Maybe both to a certain degree, but one really feels this way because I stood by you day after day. I was always there. I know my personal, I should talk about my personal stuff once in a while. I've had 5 heart attacks so far. My first one, my wife at the time, was there for me every minute in the hospital. She was there. No question. Second one, not so much. And the second one was only a few months after the first one. The third one, she wasn't there at all. By the time we got to the fourth one, which is the biggest heart attack I had, I was dead for 10.5 minutes. And they brought me back. She was there, kinda. But she had left me by then. And we weren't living together. And she came to the hospital and kicked up a fuss about who could come in to see me and all this kind of stuff. She had no real right to. The only people there were my family, a couple of friends too. And she's telling my mother she can't come in to see me. Man, you don't do that. Don't ever do that. I don't think. And my mother and I always had a pretty close relationship, so it's not like we were estranged or anything. So, yeah, and of course I was out of it, so I don't know what happened. I don't know why she decided to come down and take charge, and basically abuse the power that she felt that she had that she didn't actually have in the first place. I don't know. It's just a bad scene. Everybody's distraught, and then somebody comes in to make it worse, right? So why did I bring that up now? Because I stood by you day after day. Whenever she had an issue, I was there. I was there by her side like a dog. I was loyal, and I felt that I was always there. Now she may tell a different story. She may say, "Well, I never hurt you. I never walked away." Well, that's not my view of the whole thing. I stood by you day after day. No, not really. Sometimes. So anyway, I mean, this is probably not uncommon in a lot of relationships. So I don't mind. It's not like I'm the only one with this kind of a story. Let's go ahead and move on.
So why'd you turn and let me fall?
Yeah, and I'm starting to get emotional now talking about my own personal experience. And it's been a long, long time. It's been 10 years since that happened, and I still feel it. So why did you turn and let me fall? Yeah, that's what happens. You walk away, you leave the person there, and whatever happens, happens because you don't care anymore. So, see ya. Yeah, I don't mean to sound bitter because I understand that there's always two sides to the story. I can tell a great, compelling side of my story. I can have you guys all convinced that I'm an angel, I'm perfect, and there's nothing wrong with me. And then the other person can come tell their side of the story, and you'll say, "Oh man, he was the worst thing ever." I don't think that's the case. I always think there's a lot of mutual stuff. Nobody's perfect, especially not me. But I did have some qualities I felt were good that I think were underappreciated a lot of times. So why'd you turn and let me fall? Yeah, that's what happened.
When I gave you every part of it all.
So a little more about I hate to bore you with my story, but a little bit more about my story. So that last part right there, let me back it up just a whisker. When I gave you every part of it all. So why'd you turn and let me fall when I gave you every part of it all? I felt I probably did too much in giving to that last relationship. I felt that way. I won't get into the list of things that I did, but I felt that I really wanted it to work. I really wanted it to be good, and I think maybe I overdid it, and maybe that was part of the problem. That could be. I don't know. Hard to tell. Let's go ahead and move along.
Now I'm left with memories and pain, with kisses that won't come back again.
Oh, ain't that the truth? Now I'm left with memories and pain. There were some good memories, and I still try to remember them. I force myself to remember the good times because there were good times. But the ones that really strike your heart the most are the painful ones. And there were those too. Kisses won't come back again. Yeah. That's a fact. Let's go ahead and move on.
My heart keeps crying out to you. Come back or tell me we're through.
My heart keeps crying out to you. Come back or tell me we're through. Well, yeah, that happens too. I really thought we had a chance of getting back together at one point, mostly based on what she told me, or what I thought I heard her say to me. She later denied that she said any of it, but whatever. It is what it is. Water under the bridge. and things had gone too far to retrieve them, I think. And I never say never. But, I'm not hanging on to any hope. I haven't for some time now. Or tell me we're through. Yeah, that's probably the part that's missing. I don't think I ever heard those exact words like that come out of her mouth. It was more, well, a little time away, blah, blah, blah. And I think that's these lyrics are so real to me. Real. This is my life. Come back or tell me we're through. I wouldn't have wanted to hear that we're through, but at least there's a finality in that statement, right? We're done. It's over. It ain't going to happen anymore. Instead of, well, maybe, let's blah, blah, blue, 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 and just keep hanging, have the other person just hang on. Hang on. There's still hope. I know there is. Well, sometimes there isn't. And just my own experience, I tell myself all the time, even if she were to contact me and wanted to come back, I don't want to take her back. But I probably, but the fact is I probably would, because I'm that stupid. But because I can't help myself. But yeah, it's always a two-way street, I think, to a certain degree. Okay, let's let this run out. It's mostly music, I think, and then we'll call it a day. Thanks for putting up with my gibberish.
Come back or tell me we're through.
Yeah. Hey, Angelina, I'm going to throw a few tears in the pile, okay? Just a few, not too many. I'm getting better. Oh, my goodness. Steve! Move on, Steve. I have moved on. Mostly. I thought I had until this comes up. These lyrics are just they're all right from my life, I'm telling you. So, Mery wrote them. Apparently she's been through, this similar stuff to what everybody else has been through, including me and probably some of you, not all of you. There's nothing I find more. There's nothing that warms my heart more, and I saw it early today, and that's why I'm bringing it up. There was a couple, both very old, shuffling, gray hair, obviously up there, probably 80, 90 years old, whatever. I mean, I'm 70, and I think they looked way older than me, but that, maybe not. But they were holding hands out for a walk. Don't I wish the mistakes I've made in my life, right? That was always the dream. I've always thought marriage was the way to go. Maybe they're not married. Maybe they're boyfriend, girlfriend. I don't know. I don't know anything about them. Not one thing. But that scene strikes home. Don't I wish? Yep. Well, let's finish it out. Nope, there's no more music. It's my reaction. Okay. So there you have it, my reaction. Oh boy, I feel like I just got through a therapy session. Oh, Steve, what's wrong with you? Talking to people you don't even know from all over the place, and you don't even tell your family or friends these kind of things. I don't either. Hey, if they want to know, they can watch the video. Hey, subscribe. Leave me a comment. Maybe a like. Whatever. It is what it is. Sometimes you get wrapped up in the moment. These lyrics, Angelina's voice, this melody, all work together to strum my heartstrings as I'm listening to the lyrics with her voice and the music, the melody, and it's just a flow. It is just like, I put the ocean waves in the background because it's like that. It's like the flow. It flows The tide comes in, the tide goes out. The time goes in, tide goes in, the tide goes out. That's what the song is like. So, Angelina, how do I feel about your songs? Every one of them, you stole my life and wrote them down in the lyrics. That's what you did, number one. Number two, you put beautiful music to my life. I never really thought of it that way, that my life would be possibly a beautiful tune. And then your voice. I don't deserve it. I don't deserve you to be singing about my life. But if you want to, go ahead. Of course, I support you 100% no matter what you want to do. But do I deserve that? Is my life special in any way? It's only special to me and maybe a few others. But, other than that, we've all been through it, right? Most of us. If you're with the first person you were ever with, high school sweetheart, whatever it might be, and you're still with them, and now you're getting up there 60, 70, 80 years old, 90 years old, and you're still with them, all bow. That's the way it should be. When times are tough, you have to work it out. You have to work through it. What you want to have to do is you want to stay with that other person, to be a couple, not to be one and one, to be a couple. You have to want that above all else, so that it gives you the motivation to come to a compromise. Or if you can't compromise, then I think you have to agree to disagree. It's just like the stuff they're talking about with this baloney government shutdown thing, It's so stupid. It's stupid. You people work for us, and then you're going to punish us because you can't get your job done? What's up with that? I just can't. I don't get it, Why? Who makes these rules anyway? So let's go back to, I always want to keep politics out of the channel. You'll notice I didn't say Democrat, Republican, Independent, Communist, Socialist. I didn't say any of that stuff. Why? Because everybody that's in there is at fault. Everybody, regardless of party, everybody, regardless of philosophy, even the people that are probably not that way and good, they're still a part of it, because guess what? I didn't hear them saying nothing, So silence is acceptance in a lot of cases, and there you go. So, now I'm bouncing around all over the place. Okay, we better get out of here before I say way, way, way too much that I shouldn't be saying. All right, guys, have a good night. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.